Hello beautiful people and welcome to my full face of Essence makeup tutorial. So this is the look that I created with a full face of Essence makeup. As you can see here, I have quite a few things. The only thing I didn't have was a primer, so I didn't use one. But this is how the face turned out, and if you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Alrighty guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is use this Camouflage 2-in-1. This is in the shade 10 Ivory Beige, and I'm just going to use a flat top kabuki brush. This colour might look a little light for my skin, but I wanted to go light just in case it oxidized, so we'll see how it turns out. Alright, I'm going to go with a little bit more of this foundation to see if I can build up some coverage under my eyes. So as you guys can see, it did build up quite nicely, which I'm pretty impressed about. Moving on to the next product. The next product is this Mattifying Powder Compact. This is in the shade 04 Perfect Beige. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush to put this all over my face to set the makeup. Okay, so this added a little bit of coverage, but not really that much. But it serves to make the foundation a little bit less tacky, and it leaves us with a nice matte finish. Next up, I'm going to use this Shape Your Face palette. This is in the shade 10 Ready Set Peach. I'm going to use the contour shade out of here, which is this one just here. It is a matte shade. It is actually pretty cool toned, which is why I enjoy it, I think. It also blends out really well. Alrighty, I'm also going to be trying this shade here, which is just a brightening powder shade. This one has kind of like a satin finish. Alright, next up I'm going to try the Luminous Matte Bronzer. This is in the shade 01 Sunshine. This is actually a really pretty product. I'm going to go in with a big fluffy brush to do this bronzer. It looks quite pigmented, so that's a little scary, but we'll see how we go. Okay. Alright, it's not that pigmented on the face, which is kind of good. With a bronzer, you want something that you can be able to build up, not something that's going to dump a lot of colour on your face and then not be able to move it. So, actually, I think this is really nice. It also has a nice satin finish too. And it has no visible chunks of, glitter or stuff. That's kind of something I hate about bronzers. Alrighty, moving on to cheeks. I'm going to use this Satin Touch Blush Compact in the shade Satin Coral. As the name suggests, this is not a matte blush. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it. Not sure if you can tell just there, guys. I'm going to be using this on an angled brush. It looks quite pigmented too, so that's a plus. I really like the finish. It reminds me of the Hourglass Ambient Lining blushes in like the satin kind of finish. There's no chunky glitters, but it does look brightening. Next for highlighter, I'm going to use this Essence Compact Shadow. This is in the shade Rosie Flamingo. It is an eyeshadow, but it will look nice as a highlight too, so I thought I'd give it a go. And I'm just taking this on my big fan brush. This is the Essence Eyebrow Designer in shade 02 Brown. And it comes with a little brush on the end of it too, so that's helpful. Alrighty, I'm not the biggest fan of brow pencils just because I find them a little bit harder to control than a brush, you know, a brush and a pomade or a brush and a wax. But this one has actually performed okay. I think it's a little bit dark and flat looking. So I'm going to go in with my Make Me Brow to give it a little bit of low lights. Also, once that's dry, I'm going to go in with the Essence Lash and Brow Gel just to set everything in place. With this product, you do need to wipe a bit of the excess off on the back of your hand, just because otherwise you can get a bit clumpy. Now, on to eyes. I got this eyeshadow palette, all about roses. There's about 4 or 5 of these. There's a smoky one, a warm brown one, and I actually really enjoy the colours in this palette. Purple is my favourite colour, so I thought why not get this one to try and make a nice look out of it. Firstly, I'm going to take this shade here, which is kind of a satin matte shade, all over the lid. As you can see, because I packed my brush with so much product, we did have a little bit of fallout, but it's nothing that can't be swept away. I should probably just be more careful with how much I'm putting onto my brush, to be honest. Okay, so I use this white base to kind of cancel out any of the vein or darkness that I had on my eyes. Next, I'm going to take this colour here and use it as my transition shade. These products aren't very powdery and they're also not super pigmented, which is kind of a plus for me because that means you can build them up and not have to be so worried about if you accidentally put too much on. They're easy to work with. I'm now going to take this darker colour just up here to darken it up a bit. And then I'm going to take this purple shade right here, which is a little bit more glittery than the others, and I'm going to use a pencil type brush like this one to put it deep in the crease. I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush to blend that all out. For the center of the lid, I'm going to first go in with this shiny purple here and then this pink on top. I'm going to use my finger just to get to the best colour payoff I can. Going to blend those edges for that one. And now with the pink. I'm going to focus the pink a bit more right in the center. I'm also going to take a little bit of this colour that we put on the whole lid and use it to highlight under my brow. Alrighty, now I'm going to use a little bit of this highlighty kind of silver shade just on the inner corners. Overall, these shadows are nice. They're just not the most pigmented. They are easy to blend and they can create a really nice look if you work with them properly. The Essence False Lashes mascara. This one has a really cool wand. It's kind of curved. So that makes me think it'll be easy to keep the curl in my lashes. Alright, so this does provide a nice layer of mascara, as you can see, compared to the other eye. It does get a little clumpy on the lower lashes, so you might just have to go back through with a spoolie and get those out, but apart from that, it's actually really nice. I'm going to try with the second coat to see if it clumps up too much. Alright guys, as you can see with the second coat, it did get a bit more clumpy, but nothing that's like terrible and looks disgusting. I think actually it looks really good. As you guys might be able to see, just on the top of my lashes here and a bit under here, I've got a little bit of transfer with circle kind of twisting motions. I'm going to see if I can get that off. Alrighty, so that came off quite easily once it had dried, which is a plus for a mascara. You don't want one that's going to smudge and get everywhere once, you know, you accidentally make a mistake. So that was a plus. Next is lips. I've got a few different lip products here. You can see them all. I think today I'm actually just going to go with a nice pink lip gloss with a nude lip liner underneath. I will say these pencils are quite stiff, but they do still go on easily and they don't really catch on my lip lines. Alrighty, I'm going to go in with the gloss and see how it looks. So this gloss is quite pigmented, as you can see. So I'm just going to go in with the brush off the back of my hand just so I don't use too much. It has a really nice smell to it as well, actually. Alright, so I think that paired really nicely with the lip liner. So this is the finished look of a full face of Essence makeup, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Also head over to my blog to check out the full written tutorial of what I've done here today. If you missed anything, the products will be listed below as well, and have a great day. Bye!